Hello Stellar Souls, welcome back to the channel. It's Sam with another Pick a Dice reading for you today, and this is all about your February overview. Okay, it's a shorter month, but I feel like it's already going to be jam-packed. This is why I felt really cool to record this now. It just feels dense is the energy, but it feels like a tightly wrapped gift. Okay, if you've never experienced any of my readings before, I do get channeled messages. So that's what I mean when I say that I can feel or see something. And they'll come through kind of like radio waves, or like a radio trying to find its frequency, I should say. So yeah, it can come out of the blue and sound a little bit strange, but if it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, like, let it go. And that goes with everything that comes up in tarot. If you are new, hi, I am Sam, and you can check out all my disclaimers, my Etsy store where you can book a private reading. You can check out everything else, all the decks that I use, and my merch shop, everything like that is in the description box. So if you're unsure about anything, it is under there. And we also have a really supportive, lovely community in the comments section. So feel free to ask questions and yeah, share this video, like this video, subscribe. I'd love to have you stick around. But we're doing a February overview. So I do these, break them down into love, money, love, career and money, and life in general. Okay, and I've got 3 piles here for you today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to roll these astro dice. One has the planets, one has the house numbers, and one has like signs, zodiac signs. So pile number 1, you get the planets. Pile number 2, you get the numerology. And pile number 3, you get the zodiacs. So tune into your intuition. Just take a deep grounding breath. It's a good idea to pop headphones on, maybe to get something to write with when you tune into these readings. And like I said, always take it with a grain of salt. Spirit is reading for our collective, and that usually is the people who are most engaged in my channel. So like I said, if you want to be part of that, like that, it helps me to read your energy as part of my collective. So yeah, take a deep breath, tune into your energy, use your intuition, only take what resonates. Let's dive into it. Once you've chosen your pile, the timestamps are linked below. I'll see you in your reading. Pile number 1, welcome to your February overview. We're going to look at life, money, career, craft, opportunities, and life in general. But I'm using the astro dice today, so I'm going to roll this one for you. Ooh, hi. And we have Saturn. Interesting. This is Capricornian energy. Saturn also rules Saturday, so if you're watching this on a Saturday, it rules a lot to do with... my throat chakra just started to itch really badly then. So you might have trouble hearing this. This could be something you don't want to hear, or you could actually have trouble stepping into a leadership position. Okay, some of you might be stepping into a leadership position because Capricorn is the boss. Capricorn is an entrepreneur. But you might also have a problem with authority. Okay, so take it how it resonates. If you're about to become the boss, you are the boss. Or if you're having trouble with authority and just learning your own sense of authority, your own sense of sovereignty, your own wisdom, tapping into that might be important. But for some of you, I think there's an obligation in February. Okay, that's what Saturn can kind of rule as well. Authority, obligation, building something of substance. And it usually starts with strong, solid foundations, because when we're talking about Capricorn, it's an earth sign, very determined. Yeah, something that is like, it's starting right and it's going to be built right, and it's not over until it's over. Okay, so I'm going to pop that there. Let's dive first into our overview cards. Can we get a card for pile number 1 on love in February, please, Spirit? Can we get a, thank you. Can we get a card for, that's money and career, and a card for life in general, please? Ha! Too funny. We've got Saturn and wisdom showing up there. So I'll turn this over. You've got Neptune and dreams and Mars in action. This is really good. It is. Saturn can be challenging. especially if you're, I heard some of you were exhausted, especially if you're exhausted already. Oh, that's funny, because I was just sorting out my other work schedule, and I looked at my week ahead and I was like, I'm exhausted before it even begins. And that's when I felt like, well, I better get this reading done because, I'm not going to have time otherwise. And I just felt that dense energy. If you listen to the intro, there's just something in a tightly wound package. So some of you are like, okay, I know it's going to take discipline and structure and effort. That's life overall for you in the month of February. But let's get some tarot out here for love. It's like it's going to take structure and discipline, but I know what I'm building. Like I know, like I've had the scaffolding up long enough. It's time to get the job done so that then we can be proud of what we've created. Wow. You've got the Emperor underneath here. So very much an action-oriented month for you. I'm going to shuffle this one more time. So Neptune and dreams. This is Pisces energy, very subconscious, dreamy, spiritual, sensitive, psychic even. Maybe tapping into some of your fantasies this month when it comes to love. I mean, especially if you celebrate Valentine's Day. Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. You've got one of the fastest moving knights and one of the slowest moving knights. You might have two people vying for your attention, and one is very passionate and one is very practical. One might be what referred to as a bit of an F-boy or F-girl. Doesn't have to be, just someone who is maybe like the life of the party and has that impression, or that they're really good looking so people kind of box them like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And the other one just feels very earthy, grounded, slower moving, okay? King of Pentacles, Three of Wands. Okay, so this person, this can be seen as like a clarifier. This person who's coming towards you that may be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or just, they actually feel younger than the Knight of Pentacles, and that's not something that I would normally see between the two here. But this person comes across as like youthful, but behind closed doors, I feel like that person has a little bit more wisdom and structure and stability than they let off, or kind of like first impressions might reveal later on. That this person, it's like they have the audacity, okay, interesting choice of words there, Spirit, audacity to be that playful, bold, energetic, maybe even like sensual towards you. So this person could come across as like the whole package once you get to know them, because this is like a dream state. And if we're talking about fantasies and escapism, it's like maybe that person has the audacity, as Spirit was saying, to act that way because they have the financial backing, or they have a good job, or maybe it's a cocky thing. I have to say that because it's just, that just came through. It's just something where it could be they're good and they know it. I'm hearing clout, okay? So they could have like groupies is what I just heard as well. I'm not loving that. But look, take it how it resonates. I think this person just casts a lovely spell on you. This Knight of Pentacles, though, they do feel like they're waiting. So what are they waiting for? Why are they slower moving towards pile number one? It feels like they're about to set like a domino effect. Maybe they're about to set themselves up in a new way. Four of Pentacles, yeah. I feel like they're coming out of a phase of having their heart broken, or their heart is mended. Okay. Or their heart, there's something here about not putting work before the cart, okay? But it's really meant to say like not putting work before the cart. So this person, although they're slower moving, it's like they've been preparing their career to be in a position that perhaps this person is in. This honestly comes across very masculine, but there's no gender in my reading, so take it how it resonates, even if it's a king, even if it's a knight. But there's something quite masculine about the structure of the way these people are presenting in my mind's eye. So I feel like this person might give you something like a gift, whereas this person, they are the gift. I hope that makes sense. They're cheeky. yeah, and so they might give you a gift and they might be slower moving. They might say, well, this isn't a promise of anything else. It's just that I like you. Like, we need to wait for the right wave to come in. And when we do, then we'll be able to take it to the next level. We'll be able to speed things up, especially if they're not being intimate with you immediately. But this Four of Pentacles in reverse is actually quite good. It feels like they've been building towards something, but it feels like they're willing to put a pause on building something so that they can actually include you in the process. Am I on the money there, Spirit? Yeah. So that they can build a better offer for you. They might be actually building a physical house, okay? But I feel like they're trying to build towards, like they're taking this seriously, because the Three of Wands followed by the Four of Wands is really something like, I want commitment here. I don't want to fools rush in and F it up. I want to really like, this is 11-11. So it feels like I want to make sure it's the right moment, the right time, and I'm the right person. Like do it once, do it right, do it on time kind of energy. And on time is their time. Okay. It's not, and it's divine time, to be completely honest, but this is exciting for you. I feel like that's, something to look forward to in love. You might already know these people. Even if you're in a relationship, I feel like it's like you've got like a secret admirer here. Or for some of you, you might be thinking, Sam, this is one and the same person. This was them, you know, this is them one day and this is them another day. It could be quite a confusing energy. Maybe that's why the Knight of Wands came across as someone young. Can you tell us anything else about love that pile number one needs to know in February, please? What else does pile number one need to know about love in February? Whoa. Okay. We have Star, guaranteed success. Yoke, feeling tied down and frustrated. Yeah, it could be that you're frustrated because that's like a horse bit, right? It's like feeling like you're not, like the pace is very slow, and that can be extremely frustrating. Accepting valid criticism. Sorrow over a loss, psychic ability, trust your intuition about who to choose or which direction to move into, or to even share your dream, okay? If this is one person and you're already in a relationship with this person, this is asking you to tap into your compassionate side or your empathetic side to really communicate with this person. Look, we've got guaranteed success here, but you know, if we're honest with each other, this valid criticism is like, have a cup of tea and talk about it. You know, it's like, here's what's not going well on my side of things, and I know I'm projecting this and this onto you, but you trigger me by doing X, Y, and Z, and then get them to do the same. It's like having your own couples therapy situation. If not, I do feel like you may be getting downloads from spirit, okay, of your own. And this dreamy energy can hint at confusion, to clear the confusion, to see from a place of love which one of these is best for my is for my best and highest good. I just heard, but maybe neither, okay, but maybe neither. And that could be a loss, right? If you're feeling frustrated that neither of these are right for you, because this guaranteed success, this star energy can often talk about you've got your hopes set on a dream life, a dream situation. So would you be settling? That's a question that you need to be asking yourself this month. Just because people are celebrating love on one particular day this month, are you going to step down off your dream path, your destined path? Are you going to muddy your vision to, just because you're frustrated at the lack of progress of where's my dream person? You know, people can really get hung up on the dream person, but they can also get hung up on, if other people are coming forward and presenting love offers, that it must be one of them. So it's really important that you differentiate, well, which is it for me? Is it this person? Is it this person? Or is it someone I haven't even met yet? And will I be patient in waiting for them because I trust my intuition and my psychic ability, my third eye, okay? Your sense of purpose, your direction in life, above all else, and trust your inner guidance and your inner wisdom. No wonder Saturn is here twice. successful outcome to your problems. Okay, so maybe the key in this Four of Wands can talk about marriage, engagement, moving in together. It's a commitment. So maybe your success is this person. For some of you, that's going to resonate. Wow, especially if you feel like your home environment has been lacking in some stability. Okay, if it's been feeling like I just heard inevitable change. Some of you, if you're renting, the landlord's putting the rent up and you're like, okay, I need to find a temporary situation, but it might actually not be so temporary. The temporary situation feels like the confusion is temporary. Okay, interesting energy there. I love that for you, but I feel like there is a successful outcome. I'm going to actually leave that right there. There is a successful outcome in love for you. So it looks exciting. I actually want to get one of these cards too. On love, quickly, please, Spirit. Just one card on love for pile number 1. One card for pile number 1. Oh, that's interesting. I've never seen that in this deck before. That's a spread. I'm going to leave that one there. You might be called to do your own oracle spread. If any of you, quite a few of you actually have purchased, thank you so much for purchasing my full moon journaling prompt and ritual. There's an oracle card pool, like series of questions you can ask your cards. Maybe some of you are doing some divination on these people who are available to you. You've got to come, this is saying this story spread, I will read it. Meditate on your question and then obviously shuffle and cut your cards. You want to be asking the main issue or character, the conflict that could arise, the past, the present, the future, and the resolution. Okay, I'm going to actually hold that up so you can screenshot it if you need to. But yeah, some of you are divinating this, but I think that even from your dream state, even if you get still, if you do moving meditation, so maybe a silent walk rather than a musical one, or even if you put really loud music on to the point you zone out, you trance out, even when you drive, that happens quite easily. Your trance state is going to reveal a lot of your intuition. I love that. Okay, so balance. That's what you're looking for. And that makes a lot of sense because Saturn is going to give you, I mean, we can fall into overworking with Saturn for sure, ruled by Capricorn. That's like a workhorse. But there's also a level of self-control that comes with Saturn. So if you're taking divine action in your career and wisdom is your overall, and you've got this beautiful dreamy energy, that actually feels pretty balanced. So you also are seeking balance in your love life in February. Of work and play, and of equal reciprocity, equal give and take between two parties. Okay, love that. I'm actually going to use a different deck for work. Okay. Tell us about work, career, and craft in February for pile number 1, please, Spirit. Mars in action. Very Aries, very entrepreneurial energy, very passionate, ambitious. Someone that feels naturally aspirated is how I like to say it. With a lot of potency. Wow, look at you go. Holy moly. Oh my gosh. I want this pile. This is epic. You know how I said at the beginning that like some of you are already looking at your workload and feeling exhausted? Don't worry, you've got the strength. Manifest the strength for this. You can hold so much more. It's really, I'm hearing that quote where it's like we are only ever using like 10% of our brain when really there's so much more. And I feel like intuition is going to play a big part in this, or I'm hearing your sixth senses. Okay, that's not something I would often say, but really you're letting it be easier, okay? Letting it be easier because of the way you're manifesting. You're aligning your mind, body, and soul to the work ahead, to the leadership role that you need to take that we were talking about here, perhaps, to the workout, okay? This can talk about like getting your physical body in shape as well, because There's something here about you're more respected when you're fitter. Okay. Look, that is quite true. I don't like that it's true, but it is true. Like it's a sense of discipline is coming through strong, especially with this Mars action. So even the strength to know the right next move and to have the courage to do that, you could be really taking on something that like has scared you up until this point, but now you know that you just have to get it done. The only way out is through. Okay, here's the Knight of Pentacles again. So maybe you work with someone who is also kind of working at something very diligently, or there's just a mirroring effect with this like second person, because you've got the Knight of Pentacles twice. This is why I like to use separate decks. But I feel like you have been moving slowly up until this point, but now when you add that manifestation again with the moon, with the lunar cycle. So if you did download my full moon journaling prompt workbook, I also have the new moon one, so that might be something you want to look into. And with the strength clarified by the 10 of Wands, this is saying, look, it's going to be difficult. There's going to be long nights. There's going to be, I heard no breaks. Okay, so no breaks, or I feel physically you're going from like one job to the next job, or you just have such a to-do list. Now this feels like I said, naturally aspirated. This actually could come from a place of wanting to put yourself in a position of authority rather than anyone else putting you on that pedestal or giving you that promotion to begin with. It's like, in order for me to get to that power position, so whether that is you own your own business and you're wanting to hit a threshold of like, okay, once I hit this amount of profit, then I know I'm like winning at life, and I want to do it early in the year so then the rest of the year feels good. Some of you are really wanting to like pay off a mortgage to cut interest rates. We got over here something about yeah, like a landlord putting up rent and stuff like that. So again, the sense of like a goal around a home feels prevalent. So that, but it feels like you understand that you are the only one that's going to be able to make this happen. And so you've made this to-do list bigger than perhaps you've ever dared to before. Audacious energy. Computer says yes. So that you can achieve. And I guess because it is the shorter month, that's what I was saying. It feels dense and it feels like a tightly wound package. It's not like you guys are going to be tightly wound. I think you've just, you actually, you have more strength than you realize. You have more in you to take action than you realize. Use all your dreams and desires to fuel your career, your work, and your craft this month. And when you finish this month, I feel like you'll be able to put all the burdens and responsibilities down. Or not all of them, just a lot more of them. You'll be able to handle a lot more. Look at the position of the strength, right? This person's like, oh, carry that load. And then the 10 of Wands is like, by the end of it, you're stronger anyway. But you can actually then like cut back a bit. Then you can actually go, all right, well, what comes after the 10 of Wands is the Ace of Wands, which is a new passionate beginning. Then I can start on the thing that I'm really excited about, but I have to get all these things done up until then. I need to get all these things done first. Okay, what deck do I want to use for that? I think we might use this one because it is quite revealing. What else can you tell me about work, career, and money for pile number 1 in February, please, Spirit? Whoa. Take those two. Wow, leadership again. Interesting. And Chilean stimulation. Look at that. Wow. You're very balanced. You're very in tune. It's very clear messages here for you, pile number 1 in February. I kind of love it. Okay. We have 18. So 1 and 8 is a 9. So this is a seeking more energy. It's an expansion energy. It's like, okay, I know I need to do this. And it's also about spirituality and philosophy. So using those dreams, using those visions and fantasies and the life you want to live. It's really talking about what I talk about all the time, that your life is your art, but like move with your freaking manifestations. Don't just sit there waiting for someone to, you know, deliver it to your lap. Like, be ready, stay ready, like for the universe to provide the opportunities to you. I feel like there's whispers, okay? There's whispers of something. Maybe people are kind of talking behind your back, but they're talking about things like, far out, have you seen pile number 1? They're on fire. Like, that's what they're saying. Like, they're the most passionate I've ever seen them. They're unstoppable. I'm hearing like maybe people are actually saying it to you, but I think there's a lot more people behind your back talking about this, but your close friends might actually say to you. And find people who are encouragers of someone going after their own goals, okay? It's like, well, who do they think they are on one hand, but you're like, put on the red lippy, put on the red heel and handle it. I'm pulling myself up and I'm going for it. Put on the gold boxing gloves and go for it. It's like you're a beginner and you rock up to the ring with gold gloves and people are like, look out, who's pile number 1, who think they are. But I think some of your close friends are going to be saying like, look at you go. You're posting every day. If you're an influencer, I know I've got like actresses and singers and creatives on my channel, but influencers in some way, creatives in some way, your platform is on fire. You know, you're really going for it. Fearlessly. Very stimulated. It's like people are picking up on the heat and it might even be contagious. So expect opportunities. That's how it comes across. Expect opportunities and some of those whispers to link you up with people who will be able to provide more. And it feels like to provide you with the position of leadership that you're trying to put yourself in. Wow. Okay, garden as though you will live forever. Yeah, you've really got all the energy in the world and you're like, I'll sleep later. Look, have balance in health and well-being for sure. But I feel like this is a perfect time to say, cut the hay while the sun shines. Like, really make the best of this internal fire that is burning for you to have success while you've got it, while it's here. Okay, really take advantage of that. And you've got card number 6 here. You've got Libra and balance. You've got the moon in a, what is that position? It is waxing crescent. Interesting. That's all about goal setting and planning. You've also got this little wand showing up here with a crystal ball on the end. It's like if I could see exactly how things were going to pan out in my mind's eye, in my, you know, in my vision, I'm doing a vision board for it. And it's not too late. You know, I said that in January. If you guys watch these overview videos every month, I said it in January. You can do it in February as well. You can do it any bloody month you want. Like, you don't need a clock. Time doesn't exist in 5D, like at the state of energy. So find your own balance. Know that you can lead yourself first. And I'm hearing you'll be able to see the forest for the trees. You'll be able to see it because you planted the seeds. You've also got Gemini energy here. So this is saying be communicative, be that youthful energy. You know, if you're attracting people like this, I feel like that's because you're showing up as someone who is equal parts dreamy and equal parts action oriented, equal parts spiritual and equal parts, you know, standing on business. I like this. This is really harmonious, very healing for you. And again, it's like perhaps cooperating fully, co-creating fully with spirit. From a place that is like diplomatic too, from a place that respects, I'm hearing respect your elders, okay? So it's not, you're not out here trying to hurt anyone, you're just busy doing your thing and it really is going to pay off. Get super crystal clear on where you're going and then just start. Plant your own garden and decorate your own soul instead of waiting for someone to bring you flowers. Wow. So look, if someone isn't bringing you flowers, you can buy your own, as Miley says. So I just want to hold that there. That is so important. That's exactly what we were just talking about. Not waiting on anyone else to provide for you. All right, let's get a story card on money, career, giving. you're giving this opportunity to yourself before someone else gives it to you. That's exactly how it feels. Like you're preparing yourself so much, and it's not just preparing as in thinking about it and journaling about it and, you know, making plans and vision boards. It's not just that. You're actually preparing by doing. Okay, it's like the practice of 10,000 hours. You're doing it, and then someone gives you the opportunity for you to fly out of the nest into the sun, the new beginning. That's what it feels like. You're really like, and the sun and the strength is Leo energy, and this is Mars action energy. So you've got a lot of fire here, a lot of courage. It's like, I'm hearing stand up and go, stand up and be seen, stand up, just stand up. Okay, so maybe you're even like trying to step into a position of leadership where, you know, speaking for people who can't speak for themselves. Whatever work you're doing, it feels like you've got a ways to go, but when you are on your way there, someone is going to give to you the way you have been giving to this project, this path. Okay, wow, super exciting. Okay, let's get the next deck. Spirit, tell us about life in general for pile number 1. Anything else that they need to know at this point? 5 of Cups, 9 of Swords. Yeah, you're no longer crying over spilt milk. You're just, you've had to pull yourself up by the bootstraps and really pull yourself out of a place of perhaps a little bit of depresso energy, blocking your heart chakra. I'm not a medical professional by any means. Clarify the 9 of Swords, please. Clarify the 9 of Swords. But it feels like you just like, I don't want to live this anxious way in 2024, which we talked about in January as well. But like I said, it's like these early months are pivotal for you. I don't want to live like that anymore. So I want to bring my life into balance. And the only way to do that is to get up, be seen. Okay, be seen. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Pentacles. Look, you know that there's a journey ahead. It's exactly what we're just talking about. And you know the only other way, like if you were to revert back, you're going back to the addictive behavior of giving in, of like being a victim to your circumstances. And I'm not shaming anyone's, you know, situation. If you are a victim of something, you're a victim of it for sure. But you're also saying like, I don't need to perpetually be in a healing place. Sometimes what I need to do is actually move my life forward in a way that I'm powerfully creating it, so that I can be really proud of myself. And then I can give back to the people. Like I said, give back to the people who perhaps can't talk for themselves. That's a message for someone here. But this overall Page of Pentacles is really saying like, I don't know how I'm going to get there entirely. I know that I have this big goal and I've put it out into the ether. And now I'm taking action towards it. I'm moving with my manifestations. I'm pulling every rabbit out of the hat. I'm tapping into my mental energies. I'm tapping into my work ethic. I'm tapping into my empathy and compassion in my heart. And I'm tapping into my willpower, my beliefs, and my strength, my passions. And I'm using all of that in a structured way to actually break the container of what's holding me so that I can move forward. And you really want to move forward to a place of balance where things are calmer and where things feel like then I've got complete clarity over what I want to do next, the balance that I want to have next, the leadership that I want to have next. It's like everyone had to work to get the life that they dreamed of, where they can do more with less effort. And that's what I think you're in, that part of just pushing the last push to create that for yourself. And I do feel like there's an offer perhaps coming. I do also think that you are going to hear from this perhaps in a text message or an email or a phone call. I think this person is going to come through quite quick once you change your mindset. It's really, this is all showing mindset to me, that your mindset is super important in, yeah, I picked that up for a reason. I'm going to go with it. In elevating your life right now. And that will also elevate your financial status. Wait. Why the wait? It's up to you. See, I want to say that you're not waiting for anyone to come forward with communication. What is the wait about? Not the right time. Look, if that's a decision between these two people, or, you know, if they're the one person, if it's a decision to focus on love, and especially because this Knight of Pentacles is moving slower, and if that's your choice, and the Knight of Pentacles came up here very, very mirrored energy, so some of you are dealing with a twin flame, soulmate kind of energy, take it if it resonates. It's like, I know I have to wait for that to come through, but in the meantime, I'm going to work on what I can control and surrender the rest. Surrender, Neptune. And that's actually being super compassionate to yourself, because it means you're setting yourself up independently. The nines talk about independent energy. It is up to you. It's up to you to create this for yourself. And it's almost like Spirit is saying, I'm going to say it plainly, okay? So no offense. You can't have love right now, or the love that you want, or it's kind of giving like a peach. So the juiciness that you want right now, because this restrained state that you're in, whether it's a living environment, whether it's I'm, you know, struggling to make ends meet with the price rise of everything, this restraint, that yoke energy that came up before, that frustration that feels like it's holding you back, is the fuel that you need in your career right now, so that you are set up for life. So you can't have that because it's fueling this. But very soon, it feels like it all breaks through. Like I said, like free. Like I said, breaking the container. Yeah. This too shall pass. Not everything is going to be this difficult for this long. Wow. So that makes a lot of sense. I can see what Spirit is providing you here, and I'm actually excited for it, because it feels like it's just the last push. Someone got this message in one of my 10-minute readings. If you haven't seen my shorts, the 2024 12-month overview, someone got that as well. Anxiety is showing up. Yeah, you've got to like transmute that anxiety. You've got to alchemize that anxiety throughout February, because it's going to actually put you in a much, much better mindset. It's going to put you in a much better financial, physical position to then receive love that is of a higher standard, because you've become the higher standard. Ideation, okay, so this is seeing a thing through, especially something that is not tangible, that's something that's in the subconscious. It's actually seeing it through and making it come to fruition, okay. Raining men and raining money, I just heard. Magic, okay, so you have the magic and you're starting to believe in that. Hunger, yeah, that's what it's doing. It's making you hungry enough to go after what you want, so that you'll get it, so that then you get even more than what you thought. Wow, and there's balance again. How beautiful that we end on that. And I always see this card as like an Allen key, and when you get the right size key, it just snaps into place, and there's balance in your life. Money, happiness, money, love, balance in a relationship, equal reciprocity, balance in your mindset, and balance of feeling confident but also feeling empathetic, okay? Between this like dreamy energy and this action energy, you find the wisdom to find the balance that you require. Absolutely beautiful reading, pile number one. I hope you have the best month ever. Please let me know how it resonated, even if you want to come back at the end of the month and drop another comment below. I'd love to hear about it. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, the link is in the description box below. Thank you so much for being here. Take care of your beautiful selves. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, pile number two. You chose this astro dice, and this one is the numbers, numerology. Okay, so I'm going to roll this, and we're diving into your February overview. We're going to look at love, career, money, craft, and life in general. Okay, 3. Love that. So the third house is all about communication. It's about perception, the way we look at things, the way we look at the world, perhaps. Even the way we, like certain elements of communication can change our perspectives on things. Something that we research or something that we learn becomes, and because it is about early learning, so it's like the seed of a new idea. something that has sparked your curiosity that you look into, and then it just like opens up. A lot to do with technology here, so social media, but also I'm hearing Wikipedia. This also talks about movement in terms of transportation. Okay, so why am I picking that up now? So this might be planning a holiday using new forms of new apps or something like that. Maybe you're designing an app, I don't know, but this is kind of like with friends, because the threes are about group growths, collaboration, expression. Yeah, that's very exciting energy, actually. Let's see where this is going to take us. Let's get some Astro cards as your main theme cards. Can we tap into the energy of pile number 2? And get a main theme card for pile number 2 for February in love. Main theme card for February. Wow, Saturn and Wisdom. Pile number 1 got that. Career and craft. Sextile and opportunity. And life in general. Thank you. Mars in action. Wow, I've shuffled this deck plenty. Interesting. Number 1 got both of these, but this feels like you're perhaps the next level of pile number 1. And not to shame pile number 1, we're all at different levels, but this is kind of exciting. It feels like this is a stage where you're about to like launch or step up. Now, I had a break between readings, and actually I was eating a Cadbury cream egg, the minis. I know, it's not even Easter. I don't know why I got distracted to tell you that, but my gosh, those things are insanely good. But I was standing there just staring into space and getting the message, gate, garden gate, at the gate, meet me at the gate, the gates of the gods, like everything to do with a gate. And so I was like, well, what's behind the gate? And I went to open it, and it was like, it all will be revealed. It just stopped. It's like the movie ended in my mind. I was like, oh. So I feel like this window opening here is going to reveal to us how you've stepped up. You might want to watch pile number 1, but if not, this is your own reading. Let it be, okay? You've stepped up from this place of discipline and control and working really hard, and like what it feels is a container that you've been putting yourself in, a pressure cooker, let's say, so that you can have action moving in a new direction or in the same direction, but at increased speeds, because of the opportunity that has presented itself, because you were becoming, you were preparing, you were in it, you were been doing and having the person, you were living before your future. Like Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about how he says you need to like be so ahead of your own vision, be so ahead of your physical by living in the vision that you have for the future, that it becomes your reality. I've completely butchered the way he says it, but I hope that makes sense. That's really, really exciting. With Saturn and Wisdom being in love, this is really interesting, because it's like, this was the overall energy that I was picking up in pile number 1. That's the last time I'm going to say pile number 1. Take a shot every time. No need. But it feels like this is where the challenge is a need to... Then you're able to balance out. This opportunity provides you growth in career, craft, money. It buys you time. That's what this feels like. It buys you the time to be able to spread some of that ambitious energy that you were perhaps doing in the months prior to this on work. Now you can balance it out by spending it on love. You still are in this energy of a lot of confidence, a lot of passion, a lot of drive, a lot of ambition, looking good, smelling good, like handling business. Even like this feels like you in this elevated state where this opportunity that comes in February. So for some of you, this is existing right now. But for most of you, I feel like it's coming in. And in this elevated state, you actually get to experience a whole new level of thirst. Can I say it like that? For it's like, okay, the easiest way to say it is like you've risen your standards when it comes to what you accept in love, but you've done it by doing little things that demanded a certain level of impulse to do those. The moments where you needed to change certain things that I feel like you were settling for in love, whether you're in a relationship or not, you had to take certain courageous steps, little tiny courageous moments, which have built up to something where now you can take more enthusiastically, sensually, desire-y, impulsive action, because now you know there's a whole new bar. There's a line in the sand, and this level of people that you're now dealing with, or this level of love that you're now dealing with, it's safer for you to be more impulsive. Does that make sense? And safer, that could mean you know that this pool is more loving than this pool of people. I hope that I'm explaining that. That's how it comes across. You've got new opportunities that puts you in new rooms. And with the new rooms come new people. You've matured from the push that you've been going through for the past, it could be years. And that maturity has given you more grounds for an ambitious state of love eyes. Now you look at love through a more ambitious lens. You dare to dream about the perfect person. Tell me what's happening in love in February for pile number 1. Clarify the 7 of Swords. Pile number 2. Clarify the Hanged One. Interesting. So the 7 of Swords clarified by the Fool feels like it does feel like this sense of the Moon at the bottom of the deck. Interesting. It feels like where things were, like it's getting so good you don't even know what to expect. There's like this pool of people, or this pool of experience of love in all its facets, in all its different nuanced varieties, layers. It's so beyond what you were able to imagine before that it's unknown to you. The Fool and the Moon talks about something unknown, and even the High Priestess, she's like, you gonna ignore me? It's unknown. She's like, I'm not revealing my secrets. Don't say anything, Sam. That's so funny. This is like taking a leap into the unknown, but knowing that the universe is going to catch you. Well, it seems to there's something drawing you that you probably can't explain. Like the tides, it's hard to explain, isn't it? Like when you look at the moon pulling the tides, you're like, but how? But how? Like you want to know more. And this High Priestess, she questions a lot of things, but she also has a lot of knowledge that she keeps quite private. She has the knowledge of her intuition and her third eye and her crown, and she believes in abundance. But this Fool really says, I'm taking this leap of faith. And what's interesting about this 7 of Swords is you are very clear. You are not blindfolded. It's like things have been hidden in a perhaps like, I didn't see other people's clear intentions. I didn't see other people's true colors before. But this discipline that I've had with myself by saying no to lower vibrational loves perhaps, or like the level of self-respect that you've had, restraint that you've had, even if it felt like you were being prudish or traditional, it's because that you actually wanted to break out of a traditional sense of love. And that doesn't mean marriage by any means. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about settling for basic. For some reason, that is being associated in this reading as traditional, where you don't want to just find someone. So you might be older in age, or you might be someone who is wise for their years. right? And this is, you've already seen a lot of experience in love in terms of reading people, understanding people, even if you haven't had a lot of experience in actually practically living it, you understand it, perhaps I heard theoretically. So I think you've been doing a lot of work on yourself to the point where you can now see people's true colors, and you can now see where people have been trying to pull the wool over your eyes, and you're walking away. This person is carrying 5 of the swords, so they're walking away from conflict, unnecessary like mental battles, anyone that keeps you hanging in space, anyone that keeps you confused, gaslit, anyone that tries to manipulate you. It feels like you've overcome a lot of that. The Hanged One is saying that you are actually waiting for something better. So if someone's put you in a waiting state, they might not even know that what you're waiting for is actually something better. You might not even be aware of that just yet. Okay, but I do feel like you're about to understand it, because when we're hanging upside down in this position, we get a lot of downloads to that crown chakra. The blood rushes to our head, and so we're opening up that connection to the divine, and we're saying, I am open to the healing power of spirit working in my life. And that's where the High Priestess comes in and says, yeah, I understand now why I felt called to deny these other people, right? It could actually be your energy of the 7 of Swords, of not telling everyone this is the experience that I'm having, because it seems so woo-woo cuckoo, you know? It feels like why am I acting so prudish? Like, everyone's out here just saying, you need to get out more. You know, why don't you just go on a date? Like, and you're just thinking, this is not what I want. I actually know there's someone or something better out there for me, but I just don't, I just don't know how I'm going to get there yet. But you're willing to take the leap of faith that puts you on the track. And I do think this opportunity has a lot to do with this. I hope that's making sense. Out of the blue, my phone is ringing. My phone barely ever rings. So maybe you're about to hear from someone that provides an opportunity that you had not thought of before, or an opportunity that you've been waiting on, and the call finally comes in. But you're not disillusioned here. Even though it appears that you have been for some time, you're clear on the fact that you know there's something better, you just don't know what it is yet. But you're taking the right moves. You've gotten off the tree, you're taking the move. But where you're still paused, right? Where you're still paused is you're not agreeing to anything just yet, until you see the truth, until you know and understand the truth. Wow. It's very lofty, the stuff that I was just talking about there, but it makes sense in my mind. I hope it's making sense to someone else. It feels like in order to leave all the baggage of the past hurts behind, you know there's actually something quantum leap better. And I do think it's about to reveal itself. I'm hearing skin and bones, and this card actually says bones on it. There's a song at the moment. Let me feel your skin and bones, or something like that. Comment if you know what I'm talking about. Okay, love for pile number 2 in February. Anything else about love? Pile number 2 in February. Thank you. Disappointment in a friend or lover. Yeah, it's quiet disappointment. Like, it's a small flute. It's like doo 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 doo. It's like, it's a little bit boring you. The flowers are dying in the vase here. It's like, it's got the potential to be sweet, but it's lackluster is how it comes across. And there's a disappointment, because if this is someone has been lying to you and you're seeing their true colors, you seeing clearly is a bittersweet kind of feeling. It's a disappointment that you're just like, well, I really thought that was going to be something, and perhaps it's not. Heartache over what you no longer have. I'm hearing that song, gosh, Spirit, help me out. What I had but did not lose. No, it's escaped my mind. Again, if you know what I'm talking about. It's also a newish song, I think. Oh, Stick Season. Yeah. Bloody great song. Obsessed with it. Yeah, go and look that up. The heartache over what you no longer have. It's like I had an idea. I had an ideal. That's what it feels like, because the heart is outside of the body. It's just like hanging there. I know that's pretty graphic, but it's like in order to move away from it all, like I don't want to sit here and watch everyone live their seemingly perfect traditional lives. No offense to anyone that's living that, you know, that we know, but you, pile two, you know that there's something better for you, and that's okay. That's not you having an ego. That's just saying, and I think a lot of people don't understand why you're probably barring people out, or just saying like, you know, they might be saying like you've got unrealistic standards, and you had to, because you were growing at such a rapid rate. Okay, good news. Yeah, I feel like we're about to see more of love come up in this opportunity. News of a birth or new business opportunity. Yep, I feel like it's got to do with the business, craft, career, work side of things. But if you are about to have a baby, then that could be some news. Or if someone else is having a baby, you're like, okay, well that's that. Lighthearted, carefree time. Yeah, there's going to be cause for celebration. Bag, something important, such as a new job or a raise. Getting the bag is important, but also this bag feels like it's like behind the gate. Maybe that's why the gate wouldn't open, is because like, oh, there's a big package here. Your mail is stuck behind the gate. Okay, target, a goal-oriented person. Yeah, you know that there's a new goal, but you're just like, okay, well, where's it leading me to? Where is it coming to? Can we get another card for love in pile number 2 for February? Okay, you've got loss, home, wildflower, trust, box of rain, solitude, growth, and magic. Yeah, it's like people are like, you're growing a lot in all areas of your life, pile 2, but why are you ostracizing yourself, putting yourself in, you know, people are going to say like, yeah, you're going to die alone, you know, who's going to look after you when you're old and grey? You and your 10 cats, like what good's that going to do? And sometimes it does kind of put you in a, why does it only rain on me kind of attitude, but you're like, hang on a minute, I'm going to use this rain to keep growing, because I know I'm working towards something else. I'm trusting that there's wildflowers growing in this night rain, you know, in this place of loss. I know that I'm actually getting something bigger and better. King and seeking are also there. You're creating a new home for your heart, or you're not even a new, it is a new home, but it's like the one you were always meant to have. Okay, love that. Okay, let's look at, what are you going to reveal to us, please, Spirit, what are you going to reveal to us in work, money, career, craft, February, pile number 2. Tell us about this sextile opportunity. This is something that is collaborated with, created, co-created. It's a welcome change. 9 of Wands in reverse, so you don't need to push so hard anymore. Hierophant clarified by the 7 of Cups, and the 9 of Wands in reverse clarified by the Temperance. Thank you, Spirit. Bottom of the deck, we have the Moon again. Oof. Some of you really haven't seen this take shape just yet. Yeah, some of you haven't seen this, like, take shape yet. But I feel like there's that calling, there's that inner knowing that it's coming. The moon is secretive, yes, but it's also instincts. There's an instinctual, unconscious, subconscious, something fertile, really like growing behind the scenes, or deep, like deep under the skin and bones, that is going to reveal itself when the window opens here. So the Hierophant really talks about higher education. With the 3, we were talking about early education. So you've really gone from like the seed to the whole plant very quick. It's like people are going to say overnight that this opportunity assisted you, but you have been becoming this whole time. And the Hierophant says your commitment is paying off. And that commitment now to a new level with the Mars in action as your overall life energy here drives this whole new level of ambition forward that helps you to not feel so exhausted. The Nine of Wands in reverse is saying you're not going to be as exhausted because new level, less problems. New level, new problems, but new level, new delegates, okay? New teammates, people who want to grow with you, support you. And look at this. This person is quite protected inside this triangle, and the triangles are the like the strongest shape. And there's this vibration releasing off this person. So your new vibration carries the opportunity. It carries you through the opportunity with ease. The Seven of Cups says that you actually have more choices here than you believe, and that this choice to commit to this is a good one. And that this is going to somehow open up even more choices. Like, oh, you wanted to travel? Okay, well, do you want to travel here or here or here? Because we have this opportunity in this city and this city and this city and this state and this country and whatever. And the Nine of Wands clarified by the Temperance card says this is extremely healing to bring a lot of balance into your life. So opening this new door, this new gate, this new window helps you to focus on this love, because this is sorted. It's like, it's not that you don't have to work anymore. You definitely do, but you're working at a higher level, or where you are more appreciated and where you are more valued and where you get paid better and where you've got people who are just as committed to helping you succeed as you were for yourself all those years or all those months prior. There's something promised here, and it's like, well, there's even more promises to come. Like, it feels like unlocking this one or committing to this one opportunity actually unlocks like a whole other series. It's like you're watching, it really is like a choose your own adventure. And the chapter that you're about to walk into really opens up like a whole new novel where there's 10 other chapters in it, or 7 as it may be. Look, the 7s are about assessment of things. So it's like you'll get to have so many choices that it will be of your own choosing, instead of, oh, well, I guess I better do that because that's my only option. No, now you have a variety of options. And it could have to do with maybe even where you end up, as in if you're a home-based business builder, if you have an office, like it's something to do with the structural physical realm in which you do work. It might have something to do with that as well. But I also think it's got a lot to do with travel, but traveling no longer in a direction where you have to push so hard. Traveling in a way that actually feels lighter and easier. It's like I'm hearing Green Light by Lord. You might want to look up that song as well, but I'm hearing like it's like a green light. It's honestly, it feels, and I hate to say this in readings, and like if you're prone to delusion, this isn't for you, but it actually feels like overnight everything's different. Overnight, it's like the lists and lists and lists of, well, here's what I want when I have enough money. Here's what I really desperately need to take care of when I have the money. And here's the ways that I'm making the money. Here's the opportunities that need money to expand even further. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have a list for every single thing. And it feels like overnight, now you can start executing on every single one of these things. Getting your health in order, rewarding yourself in some little way, or it could be a big way, making a big purchase, a big commitment. But also you get to act on the ideas. It's like you get supportive ideas, support for your ideas and connections that help you to execute your ideas that you thought would take years and years and years to come to fruition. And maybe they have taken years and years, but overnight all of them become readily available. It's like, well, okay, if you want to print, so for me, wanting to print a bunch of decks that I have already created, but it's like, okay, well, I need the money to be able to print them, and I want to be able to do them properly this time, and blah 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 blah. The scope of what I want to do this time, for example. And so you might actually find someone who says, oh, okay, you've got these decks. Okay, well, this one, why don't we print it with this person? But this one, look, you've got this, and this option. Or you've got this, and this artist available, this, and this, whatever, marketing team to help you get it off the ground. And you're like, whoa, okay. It's not just going to be this way. There's actually all this. Scope. Love this energy for you. Okay. Let's get a story card on this. Anything else about Queen stuff? Do the Queen thing. Do the Queen thing. Do what you feel is going to set you in a sense of act like royalty and you'll get treated like royalty. That's kind of the essence, but it's not acting pompous. It's not acting, not the royalty that you, like, how do I say that? Treating yourself with a certain level of dignity and grace is going to get you the rewards of dignity and grace. And now, isn't it dignified and graceful to actually go after what you want? You have been doing that. You've been pushing. But here comes the fresh air. Divination. Chives. The scorpionic energy. This is card 14. Breaks down to a 5. So the 5s are about change. Things are going to get a little bit unstable as you decide on all the different options before they feel like this is where I'm meant to be. This variety of options actually feels like balance to me because then I'm not stuck in the container that I was. To plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. So the fact that you even started to change your craft, career, money, mindset, whatever, and started treating, you know, everything that you do like the queen that you are, and I just heard champagne taste. Okay, so for some of you, this really has to do with, I just want to treat myself because it's been so long. Wow, feels. There is this death and rebirth kind of energy here of using your subconscious, using your magic. You have a certain star quality about you that's like the old you can't come to the phone because new you is here, front and center. New you is here, and it's been worth doing, right? All this planting of seeds is believing in a better tomorrow, and everything that you've done has gotten you to this point, and that's so good. It's magnetic, it's complex, but it's really exciting. I just heard you better be ready. Okay, you've got memory here. Sun, there's this like memoir kind of book coming through. What are you trying to tell me? And you've got Leo energy here, very creative energy. There's no quote on the back of this one. Oh, I've just got a little bit dizzy. Yeah, okay, thank you for confirming that in a physical sense there, Spirit. This feels so brand new, feels so much more confident and so hot, right? So like it's boiling today where I am. I'm absolutely sweating buckets, but I know that's not the nicest thing to say, but it's really, really hot. I feel like things are about to get so red hot in terms of how big this opportunity feels that for you, right? This is not to say, like, it has to relate to you. So if you don't want to be famous, then it's not that. It's whatever the opportunity is for you. I just wanted to clarify that. This is so red hot. This is so confidence inducing that you may feel a bit of a head spin from the switch up. It's like someone turned night into day, all this moon energy and now all this sun energy and confidence. Someone turned night into day and it's just like, whoa, I'm awake. So a bit of a head spin. It's going to be a lot. Be prepared for how a lot it is. And you're going to have to reflect again, because this memory and the 7 that this breaks down to is like, you're going to be making new memories every single day. If you had a sense of boredom and apathy about just another Groundhog Day, I'm just striving again. It's like, here we go again. Here we like running on that hamster wheel. No, things are about to change to the point where every single day is going to be magical. Every single day is going to feel like everything you've wished for happening at once, at speed. Okay, I love this for you guys. I'm going to move on to the overall energy. Let me pick up this deck. Okay, overall energy for pile number 2 with this, yeah, the heat, right? How exciting. Tell me what this relates to for you. It's so potent and so complex. I don't know if I'm explaining it properly. Overall life energy in February for pile number 2. King of Cups. This is extremely fulfilling for you. Thank you. Knight of Swords. So you're going to hear from someone. Someone's coming in with information. The Priestess in reverse and Awakening in reverse. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the world and the cosmos. So a world scale, it feels like. I'm hearing impact. Prepare for impact. Technology is important. Remember with the 3, the 3rd house, we're talking about technology. So in some way, news spreads fast is how this is coming across. Why did these want to come in reverse? Yeah, they do. They want to stay in reverse. Let me clarify that. King of Cups with the Priestess in reverse. It's like wherever you feel like you can't trust your intuition because that's impractical, okay? With this structure, Saturn and Wisdom, you're like, no, I have to go to work and overwork myself and I have to keep doing this discipline. It's like, on one hand, that is what you need to do. But on the other hand, when this switch comes through, I feel like you're confused. But you'll soon right yourself. Yeah, Justice, okay. And then the 7 of Cups again. You'll soon right yourself because it's like you have to just give yourself a little pat on the back, like your inner child, a little pat on the back. And you have to say to yourself, it's okay to trust your intuition. Just because your intuition didn't see how good this was going to be, like it kind of takes you by surprise. But the King of Cups is very soothing to the High Priestess. I also feel like there's this is a weird way to say it, but it might come out literally like this. It's like an exposure, perhaps on a world scale, right? An exposure of your talents. And now you kind of feel like you want to retreat a little bit. Like, here's everything you asked for, pile number 2. You're exposed then. And it does return to a level of that fame energy where, well, now everyone knows my business. Or now I can't, like, there's a certain level of structure that I have to adhere to. Again, it's a different vibe, right? Instead of the structure of work, now it's the structure of protection. So you might feel a little bit exposed, but you're a good person is how this comes across. And so stay true to that good-hearted nature. Be open to being compassionate and loving, and to yourself and to others, and it's going to get you through this transitional phase. And realize that it's, especially if you feel in competition with the world, like now your talents are exposed to the world, that means you're in competition with people from all over the world in some way. Clarify again. Or that justice protection kind of energy is kind of giving me the energy of, we have to protect your good heart. Yes, you have a good nature about you, and you seemingly have a good judge of character, so you can protect your energy that way. But in order to protect your gifts, what we have to do is like patent it, contract it. I don't know, like something that is like, we now have to put NDAs on people who talk to you, something like that. The lovers, yeah, it's kind of like vetting your lovers too. No wonder you were elevating to this new space. It's like, well, here's I just heard inescapable. Interesting. Here's a space where your lovers have to be like, they really have to be chosen. Yeah. They have to be chosen. They have to, like, it has to align. These people have to agree with your line of work, or they have to work with you around the structures that are put in place, okay, contractually or legally or something like that are put in place. And it does feel like you cut off or you move away from any low vibrational people as a necessity this month. Wow, this is super interesting. The Knight of Swords and the message coming through feels like something that takes you by surprise, because that awakening is a judgment energy. It's the energy of like, it's now or never. I'm feeling like you might not need to give yourself Knight of Swords, clarifying the Knight of Swords. Yeah, it's coming in very fast. You might even have multiple offers coming in. And that's where judgment is required for you to take. Why judgment in reverse though? Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands in reverse. You want to take the option that feels like it's not putting you under pressure. So like I said, when the judgment is upright, it's usually a time crunch. Like it's now or never. If someone's putting pressure on you, one of these opportunities is putting pressure on you, that's not it. That's not it. It's the same over here, actually. It's like if someone wants to be with you and they're being quite pushy, you're allowed to say no. If your intuition says no to a lover that doesn't work out for you, like forgive yourself for breaking someone's heart here, because like at the end of the day, I feel like you're doing them a favor, because they would not be able to, oh, this sounds weird, keep up with you. But the life you're about to live and the life you're about to expand into, it's not for the faint of heart. They have to be willing to do the same kind of inner work that you do. It's really, really giving the energy of finding your soul tribe in this situation. But overall, life feels amazing. The fact that you get these offers and opportunities and that you get to elevate at such an amazing degree, it feels like your judgment is, it's not like the decision is made for you, but it kind of is, because Spirit is making it for you. Like Spirit's taking the wheel. You don't have to trust your intuition, because they heard you already and they're delivering it, and they're delivering it in a way that, as long as it's not the pressure cooker one, because you've been there, done that, then choose that option. Choose the option that feels like even the person coming through with this offer may be someone who is very open-hearted and very compassionate, and you're like, holy moly, you actually understand what I'm saying. You know who I am without even me needing to over-explain or over-justify myself. And they're like, yeah, of course I do. That's the opportunity you go with. Wow. Okay. Oh, this card. Anything else when it comes to life in general for pile 2 in February? Thank you. If you believe in improving health. Yeah, it's the person that wants to like, oh, I just heard pimp you out. Ew. Do you know what I mean? Like slave drive you. That's not it. It's the person that helps you see that list of you improving your health before you dive into something. You've got to commit to your health as much as you commit to your work. That's the person you go with. If you believe it's out there, they're there. If you believe that's important, they're there to support that. Both of these kind of allude to health, but it also says that Spirit is really guiding you to a healthier lifestyle for you. This is the healthiest outcome for you. What an amazing month. Anything else about February that pile number 2 needs to know? Can I get one more, please? I shed one. Okay. We got balance, abundance, mystery, protection, yes, passion, 100%, magic and surrender. We understand all of that. These two, we have hunger and flow. Stay hungry, but go with the flow for what's about to appear here, because it's going to move you in directions. I'm just hearing that Savage Garden song. That's cool. Love that. Shout out Savage Garden. You move me in a way that I never know. You need to go listen to that song. Absolute gold. I love this. You move me in ways that I've never known, or something like that. Yeah, it's like this feels so right, so aligned, so wow, this is how the universe works. Wow, like you're seeing it happen before your very eyes. You're feeling it happen inside your skin and bones. Pile number 2. Wow, wow, wow. Possibly one of the most exciting readings I've done in a long time. So please let me know how this resonates. Share it with someone who might need to get some clarity, especially if you're feeling like they're vibing on the same level as this. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, if a lot of this resonated, but you're like, hang on, I've got questions now, pop into the description box and you can book a reading via my Etsy link below. I'm wishing you all the best. Have an amazing month. Come back and tell me how it panned out if you like. I will see you next time. Thank you for being here. Bye, guys. Pile number 3, welcome to your February overview where we're going to dive into love, money, career, craft, service, I feel like saying, interesting, and life in general. We're using the Astro dice today and you chose the zodiac signs dice. So I'm going to roll it, shuffle it, I was about to say. I'm going to roll this, see what it lands on and see what message is coming up for you. As always though, take everything with a grain of salt, use your intuition. Remember that if people appear in your reading saying one thing, their higher self saying one thing, remember they have free will in the 3D. Don't know why I felt like I needed to say that though. Okay, you've got Leo energy showing up here. So sun, confidence, strength. It's the life of the party, creative, good hair, soft underbelly. It's a fixed sign, it's a fire sign. This is giving me the impression that you're about to have a new beginning or perhaps a glow up of self. Also a lot of energy, but also you're very giving, very caring, very generous Leo energy coming through here. In some way, I feel like life of the party, or like I'm hearing the spirit in the moment. Yeah, it's like your auric field is bright yellow right now. So you could be really leading from your seat of personal power. Because if we think of yellow, we're thinking of our solar plexus right here where our belly button is. And so that's you in touch with the source of your power and channeling that. So you get to lead, like it's a leadership. Every time I think of the solar plexus chakra, I really like sit up or stand up straighter. I throw my head back, my shoulders back, you know, and I just like lead from that power place. You're trusting your gut instincts here. I love that for you. Pile number 3. You could have Leo strongly in your charts, or you could be dealing with a Leo as well. But I think it's more of just a sign of your energetic or auric field right now. Can we get a card for pile number 3 on love, please? Their overview in February. Thank you. And a card for career and money for February. I'm taking the top one. It's Leo. And a card for life in general. This pile. Ooh, I saw the 8th house. Stop it. You just want to have you want to have it all. You want to have it all. Okay. Scorpio, the animal, and 5th house and passion. We'll get into that in a second. But I really like this. This is healthy. I'm hearing you are the moment. So again, like spirit of the moment, you are the moment. It's very awesome is what I want to say. It's awesome. All right, let's have a look at love for you. The 3rd house is talking about communication. Okay, I'm getting a message for someone that is in the dating sphere for the first time, or it's like been a long time is what someone's saying. It's like, oh, will you take pictures of me? Or you're trying to take pictures of yourself. Make sure you do it with an artistic slant. You've got Leo the lover, which is very creative, but doing it with an artistic slant for what you're actually interested in. Otherwise, there's no point. You know, it's coming across like I'm a beginner at this thing, this app, but I'm not a beginner at knowing who the F I am. Okay, interesting. Temperance. Can we get some cards on love? 4 of Swords. Sorry, this is making me giggle. Okay, can I get a... Shit, don't laugh so much, Sam. What? No. King of Cups, 4... Okay, look, some of you are like overwhelmed immediately because you're like, I feel like you're really fantasizing people on the other end of the phone or something like that. And you're like, oh my God, what have I done? You know, and you're losing sleep over this. But It's actually like temperate. Like give yourself some time to adjust. Like give yourself certain times of the day that you actually get on the app. This is still for someone who's dating. Oh, and the third house does talk about dating, so that's on the money. Okay. Give yourself certain time limits to talk here, because otherwise you're like getting too carried away. But what I saw just then was the Four of Wands and the King of Cups. So it's like you're immediately like falling for someone and you're picturing your life together as like, okay, could I move in with this person? Could I marry this person? I'm laughing. I don't know why. It's like I was on an app for 2 days and I was so overwhelmed. I was like, this is gross. I'm off. Bye. No offense. It's just not my cup of tea. Okay. Temperance is saying like that's how you're going to get your confidence, this Leo confidence, is because the sun is the journey, right? It's like, well, the person that immediately makes me feel comfortable and confident, but like not comfortable in a way where you can sit around in your sweats on the first meeting. No, this is someone who's like helping you to elevate to the best possible version of yourself. So remember who you are. Like just before I was like, but I'm not new at knowing who I am. Right? So it's very healing for you to have this experience, because it's helping you to realize that divine timing is at play here for one. You're very protected for two, but also you know how to protect yourself and your energy, especially when it comes to mindset. You also know how to protect yourself from over fantasizing about things, over romanticizing things. Can I get a card on temperance? Can I get a clarifier for temperance? Oh shit. Okay. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Stop it. Okay, I saw the Chariot and I was like, this is exciting. But the Strength is just as good. Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I'm hearing don't get waylaid. I'm also seeing Natalie Imbruglia in that video. Her most famous song. I can't even think of the words. I'm just seeing her face. Interesting. Maybe the video reveals something to you. Pretty sure she's in like an apartment or something. Okay. The Temperance clarified by the Four of Wands. That's why you're so protected from the wheat from the chaff, I guess you could say, is because you really are on there for marriage, or you're looking at commitment. Whatever marriage means to you, whatever commitment means to you, you're looking for someone to shack up with. If you're already in a relationship with someone, this is fortifying this relationship. It is bringing it into a sense of balance, and it is communicating wisely, perhaps even like this kind of, for couples already, it kind of gives the energy of you're taking cute photos, but of like who you really are. And that's your like sexy banter with them. You're sending them cute snapshots of yourself. You're sending them your art. You're sending them, you know, your lover, like cute little things during the day, but that are you, and like through speech, you actually fortify your relationship. Through communication, you fortify your relationship. You might even be researching new things, like a curiosity together, that help you to bring the home life into better balance, like things that you can do as couples and that strengthen your connection, not question your connection. So you're ripping the band-aid off where things have been hidden. You're like, all right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about everything. And you're making really clear decisions here, but you're making decisions based on the facts at hand. And that's what I feel like you're doing if you're dating too. You're looking at the facts, you're researching. You're not just taking everyone at face value, although you have a laugh at yourself, maybe even with friends. Like if I kept going, it would be an uncontrollable giggle. Just at some of the things, you're almost like overwhelmed with how ridiculous the situation is. But it really strengthens you. It strengthens your mindset big time here. And it strengthens what you understand that you're manifesting for yourself, and that your mind over matter is what's really important, because what matters most is commitment, stability, and there is a level of divine protection. These two cards especially, this is 1111 and this is Temperance energy, divine protection. It's synchronicities. It feels like the right moment, the right time, the right information appears that really helps the surrounding discussions to become more solidified, more strengthened, more courageous. 2024 is the year 8 numerologically, so I do feel like, and this strength has the infinite potential. Okay, another Leo major arcana card, so Leo strong in your reading here already. Sagittarius energy as well, all the fire signs here. Of just, and a lot of air energy as well. So fire and air basically in this reading, for love at least. And with the year 8, this is really about mastering something and accomplishing something. You're going to feel so glad that you did this. You're going to feel like your love life transforms in a magical way. I feel like there's an element of wealth here as well. Let me just clarify that. Where's that element of wealth? Sun. Wow. What? More Leo energy. 2 major arcana for Leo. You've got Leo and Leo. Wow. And you've got the creative Leo 5th house as well. Wow. You're having a very playful month. You're having a very playful month. Anything else about love here? What's the element of wealth? So maybe you're getting the new beginning, right? This is really saying research. Do your research. If you're looking for a partner on the same level of, I'm hearing socio-economic level, class, okay, you might be on a different app. So maybe you get on one app and you're like, hang on a minute, this isn't allowing me to be my authentic true self. I'm going to do the research that I need. I need a new perspective and a new perception to find me a way to connect with people who are on my same like income level or above. Peer and above is how it comes across. I do think things will move forward quite quickly. It doesn't mean to say you're going to move in with someone immediately, but if you're already talking to someone and you're like, oh, could this be the one? Then the 4 of Wands is really saying hello. And the 2 fours here talking about foundations. So it's like the foundations are being set for sure. About building a home together, about roots and family, and you've already had those conversations together. If this is an existing relationship that you're in, it's like keep researching the ways in which to open each other up in all senses, but it has to start with the mind and pulling the wool off each other and really saying, okay, here's where we have the issues that are keeping us up at night. Here's where we heal them. 4 of Swords is heart healing usually, even though it's a mind energy. It's matters of love need to be like maybe even a retreat is going to help. Okay, taking things outside of the 4 walls, that's a commitment to self to bring some of that retreat vibe back to the home. Okay, so that you can tame the beast that is perhaps where you guys got lost. Okay, because the 3rd house can talk about like streets, you know, it's for the streets, but it's just like perhaps you've been like walking different paths for a long time, and if we're going to bring things back full circle and have this like death and rebirth energy, then we need to get it back on track. What else is happening for pile number 3? Wowzers in love in February. Anything else for pile number 3 for love in February? Thank you. Okay, a wish will not be granted. What's that about? Seek out information that will help you. That vine always reminds me of a strangler fig. It's the vine that wraps around a full healthy tree and then like sucks the life out of it. So there's basically a hollow tree inside this wrapped up vine. The vine is what's now the new root system. So look, if there's something here that isn't working out and that a wish hasn't been granted, then it's time to seek out that information that is going to untangle the vine before it sucks the life out of this relationship. I think you would already know that if that's happening. Involvement with the law. So this could be a quick marriage if some of you are already in that position where you're like, yep, that's what I want. Otherwise, it may be like, okay, I'm doing some background research on this person. Or if you're both trying to heal from something that happened with the law later that like kind of took, perhaps it was like you were about to get married and then something happened and someone went away for a while or something like that. I just heard God bless. Okay, so that's a message for someone. I'm hearing innocent victim. Okay, interesting. then this is kind of saying, well, now we need to get back on track, especially if someone's gone to rehab or something like that. Okay, so new opportunities, possibilities, and paths are opening up. And they're opening up because you are doing the research, because you are finding out new perspectives. Okay, well, why is it like that? And how is it going to be better? And how can we improve our surroundings so it doesn't go that way again? Grapes, time to go out and have some fun. So especially for the people who are on the dating scene, it's like, look, ooh, have some fun, but be careful of how much you drink is kind of how that comes across. Dog far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. Yeah, so for some of you, you've got someone that you're interested in, but they're at a distance. And so technology may be connecting you and you're like, okay, how do I bring them into my sphere of like us living together? That's a bit of a head turner. No, not head turner. Head spinner is how they're saying it. It's a head spinner. But there's something here that this make a wish, you know, make a wish and it will be granted. It's not. It may not be the wish that you immediately wish for, but when you... There's a missing piece. There's something here with the third house and perception. It's like when you really find out the truth, then make a better wish. Or when you really see things for what they are. Ace of Swords. Yeah, there is a truth. Just popped out there. So there is a truth coming in that will kind of set things free here, unshackle some things here, and help to create new foundations. This is all about new foundations and building things up from a strong standpoint. Beautiful. I love it. Okay, let's have a look at your career, work, craft opportunities happening in February. What is happening for pile number 3? Pile number 2 got the Hierophant in the exact same position. The Hierophant, the 8 of Pentacles. Clarify the Hierophant. Take that one. 2 of Swords. Clarify the 8 of Pentacles. 3 of Swords. Bottom of the deck is Judgment. Okay, you've got Leo and the Lover here, so it feels creative, it feels bedazzled, it feels something to be like excited about. Maybe you're really proud of the commitment that you've made. You're proud of the work that you've been creating. For some of you, you're painting a mural, I just heard, so it's been a long process, but some people would say that's excessive, but you're like, no, it's exactly what it needed to be. The Hierophant is clarified here by the 2 of Swords, so I feel like this is really saying that there's more to the story, but you're committed to understanding it anyway. You're committed to expressing it anyway too. It's like a piece of art that it's like, there's that quote of contemporary art, I could have done that. Yeah, but you didn't. You know, it's like that kind of energy. I'm going to pull from that deck. Interesting. Don't know why I said it, but it's there. Not that one. Okay, what are you trying to tell me here? What's the Hierophant and the 2 of Swords? What's the Hierophant and 2 of the Swords? It's like it's coming across like an artwork that not everyone will understand, but that's the freaking point. It's got a bit of sass about this. Your career, money situation. Walk through the room in a strange way. Yeah, it's like you're walking different. People aren't going to understand you. Like even the way you walk, you're confusing people, confuddling people, but damn, you're committed. Okay. And this is, today I was surprised at and angry at, but I didn't understand the, I could have stayed forever by the. So this is a deck that is like literally an art guide as you walk through galleries or whatever. I'm going to hold that there so you can see it, but there's something here that you're perhaps getting that creative on. You go, okay, today I saw this and today I did that, but I didn't understand this, but I wanted to stay and look at this longer. It's like you're trying to elicit that kind of response in people with your work lately. The 3 of Swords is proud. Look at that 3 of Swords. It's proud. And the Leo is proud. So and again, the word excessive is coming through and you're like, what of it? You know, it's giving tortured artist, and translate that to whatever it is that you do for work, whether this is to do with the side hustle that you have or that you want to start, or if this has got to do with you in corporate, wherever you work, there's something here where if by you doing it different, and again, something about authenticity here, especially with the Leo and Lover too, it's very, I know who I am, and I'm okay to be like, I'm hearing raw, okay, instead of raw, it's like raw, like a little Lion King, okay? But you're okay if people poo-poo this. You're okay if people don't understand this. You're okay if people write like harsh critique about this. You're just trusting that this self-expression here is going to show the truth of the matter, that you understand things at a level that not everyone will understand things. The Hierophant is the teacher too, and usually a spiritual teacher. So it's like, no, I understand the work that I'm doing and the way that I'm doing it, but not everyone else will, and that's okay. Why is it important though? With Judgment at the bottom of the deck, why is it important that this is happening now, and that pile number 3 is using their best judgment with this situation? It's like you're sticking to your guns. I hate that saying, but that's how it comes across. Why is it important, and what has it got to do with their overall month? Why is this energy of just going for it and doing it the way that it's like you're trying to teach society a lesson perhaps, but it's not like teaching them a lesson. It's like the world needs what you've got and you're just doing it. Why does it need to make sense is what I'm hearing. It doesn't need to make sense. You could be revealing like a political like undertone to this, or you're spreading a message in a subtle way, but it feels like it's something about it is very overt and excessive, but it's like the underlying thing is the people that understand will understand, and that's the conversation. Interesting. Why is this important? Energy. It's something to do with like what you're putting out in the world, and strength. Wow. Okay. Strength, Leo. And even energy is quite Leo. It's like that 5th house there. And this is a 10. The 2 and the 8 is a 10. So it's like something coming full circle. Something coming to completion. A project coming to completion. You're proud of the work that you did. But it's like something about this feeds the world. Or it's especially if people would call it nonsensical. Or like what is the point? So people in this, it's like you're trying to speak to the people. Or you're trying to disrupt where people have gotten complacent about beauty, or complacent about enjoying things. It's like people are so focused on just making a buck that they're forgetting to like live in the luxury of having things for the reason of having things. And I don't mean like possessing things, I mean like to be entertained in thoughtful ways, like that art is still important in the world. Again, it's something that you do. It might not be art, but there's something here that is artistic about the way you do it. It could even be like actually just the way that you present at your job. So not just the way you walk. And I do feel like there's a sense of poise, like I was talking about before, and your energy is getting noticed, but also about the way that you help people reflect on their soft underbelly, and you come from a very creative, loving space. It's bringing like the spiritual and the artistic to the corporate and merging the two so that people bring heart to business again. I hope that makes sense. And there's something very grounded about your intention in doing this. The energy that you bring to this is fresh and citrusy, and it's life-giving, and it actually helps other people build their own confidence to do work that is... I'm hearing you help other people be seen, but in a way like I'm hearing mulled wine. Okay, grapes, have fun, go out, have fun. Maybe you're drinking with friends, or maybe mulled wine makes me think of a cabin in the woods, which makes me think of retreat, which is make me think of the 4 of Swords. Interesting energy. And the oranges will grow better, or will be ready after the first frost. So for some of you, this is like a very wintry scene. I'd be talking to my folks in the Northern Hemisphere with that. And this is provide strength to others. I feel like there's 2 Virgo cards here and 2 10s. You've got 10 and 10. Something is coming to completion that reveals a strong truth that then allows more growth, because the fennel grows like crazy. It has a certain smell to it, right? Fennel is like one of those things you can take it or leave it. It's kind of like coriander. It's ostracizing or galvanizing or whatever you want to say. But I think that you're promoting growth where there needs to be more understanding of why certain things are done like that. It's bringing life to things that have gotten a bit boring or stale or cold or corporate. That have gotten too materialistic or too ego. You're bringing a different kind of ego to show people that it doesn't all have to be who's going to win next, who's going to have their, like, can't we all win, but we're winning in different ways. Interesting. I have never had so many good ideas day after day as when I worked in the garden. Yeah, it's like this is a way for you to help people get better ideas, especially where their work may have been lackluster. A garden requires patient labor and attention. Plants do not grow merely to satisfy ambitions or fulfill good intentions. They thrive because someone expended effort on them. I feel like you're helping people here, right? And the people require patient labor and attention. And they don't merely grow to satisfy the boss or money or the stock market or just because someone had good intentions. They grow because they thrive because someone expended effort on them and actually gave them the light of day. It's like maybe you're even like how would I say this? Maybe you're even taking the subject matter of people that you work with and showing them in a new light, and that's the art. Like you're helping people see the unique parts of everyone, and that's your strength, and it shows your strength and it expresses your strength, but it also teaches other people how to respect and be compassionate enough to help other people thrive. So it gives very protege kind of energy that you are the master or you are the teacher, even if you don't intend to be, or even if you don't have that label. Interesting energy. Okay, let's go into life in general with Scorpio, the animal, and the 5th house and passion. So yeah, passion and performance, right? This could be quite a performance-based display is how it comes across. But this is also talking about love affairs, a passion for life in general, like stopping to smell the flowers, some juiciness. 3 of Cups. The Hanged One and the Chariot. Can I clarify the 3 of Cups, please? Clarify the 3 of Cups. Okay, the 8 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to pop that over there though. There's something necessary, like this is needed this month for you. It's time to, again, the death and rebirth energy of the Scorpio, end certain chapters, and there's a lot of 10 energy here in your career that keeps like feeling like it's the career that's the center of the show, right? For February, it's the center of your world in February. Oh, there's a hidden card under there. There's death again. Okay, so 3 major arcana here in like the Hangman, the Chariot, and the death energy. There's something so beautifully dark and mysterious, and again, like showing people that the humanity of something. It's quite an intense show, but it's necessary, and it's showing how your ability to use your resources wisely. So the research that you're doing here in terms of love, it actually shows that your intelligence is on display, but also your heart is on display this month. Your heart is on display. I want what I want. I want a serious relationship that is free to be exactly what we want it to be, and I want a free flowing money and a free workplace that speaks to my passions and helps other people intensify their passions enough that they bring themselves back to life. And overall, this life energy is really saying, like, again, coming out with friends, going out with friends again. And it came up here too. I heard mulled wine with the citrus energy. So again, after work drinks is like you're finding your soul tribe, but even your friends, improving relationships with them because you're being authentic to yourself brings a lot of good news your way. It speeds up the process of having more fun in life, of bringing more romance and humor into your life. And I couldn't stop giggling at the start, right? There's possible lots of parties, lots of pleasure. You're finding pleasure in the little things, smelling the roses, even in the things that perhaps feel dark and mysterious to other people. Very 12th house energy of like your shadow self and your hidden fears and desires, fantasies and addictions, stuff like that. But there's something to be said for that we all have them, that we all can utilize them in our day-to-day to help bring like a better, like a more entertaining, something entertainment. It's like, can we bring life back to life? Can we bring depth back to life? Can we connect in a better way, please? Like, for the love of God, it's like you've just kind of felt like a stale piece of bread for so long. And this helps you, this movement helps you to see life in a new perspective. Again, 3rd house here, you've got the Hangman here, who gets a new perspective, who trusts themselves, who sees there's the sense of purpose and direction in life because they've got now a new direction on it. So even if you aren't the leader of this project, if you're involved in something like this, and disco ball coming up twice here with the Leo lover and the passion in 5th house, it's like something's reflected back. Like it's a sparkly energy that reflects back onto you that helps you to get that new perspective. It's like something catches your eye in your rear vision mirror. It's making you look back, or it's making you pause your attention from the front of the road for a moment. But gosh, doesn't that give you a new perspective? And objects in the mirror might seem closer than they appear. So it's that kind of energy. Like this, you're so close to this and you are moving forward. Funny, I just talk about a car and this chariot things and 8 of Wands. It's moving things forward. This could involve some travel being planned here. But it's definitely like moving life forward in a very enriching way, and in a way where life will never be the same again. What a powerful month every single group has had. I love my collective so much. You're weaving a web here for others to get caught in so that you'll find more of your soul people. It's like you're putting out like a special duck cry, right? The special instrument, and just like all the people that can hear that noise are like, huh? And their ears prick up and they're like, here we're gonna find pile number 3. We're gonna find our people. But yeah, some people are going to not agree with this. Some people are not going to agree. Some people are not going to get it, but who gives a fluff, you know? Like, it's just have your fun, live your life, do your thing. Anything else that we need to know? This could also be like an act of rebellion, or I'm actually hearing like an act of revenge. Like it's sweet revenge to be exactly who I want to be and become happy for it. Not successful so much, or if success is hand in hand, then great. But it's like to become happy for it, because you've got the Hierophant about commitment, you've got the 4 of Wands about commitment, you've got all this movement forward, you've been reborn in a passionate way. There's something here that is very like, well, look at me now. Get more information again, so that research is important here. Say no to anything that is less than, okay, especially when it comes to the dating stuff, but also saying no to like watering yourself down or watering down the essence of the message that you're trying to convey at work. And there's the success, okay? So whatever success feels or looks like best for you, this feels very encouraging. This feels very 9 of Cups, very emotionally fulfilling. You found the treasure within and it worked. You know, people are actually buying it. People like, it's giving the energy of people don't buy things, they buy people. They buy people. So it's like your vibe attracts your tribe. I know that's so overdone, but it's true. And this feels like you really taking time to revel in that. And that's a nice ego boost, isn't it? It's a nice confidence moment to be like, oh, the sun is shining so bright on me right now, and I'm so excited about it. That makes me like thrive with new ideas. Okay, beautiful energy. I forgot my story cards, so I'm going to grab some of those. Can we get a story card on love? Mystic. Okay. Maybe you're looking at love spells. Maybe you are, I mean, look at this person's chilling in their treehouse. I'm above that behavior. I'm above that thought. I'm not going to lower my standards for anything or anyone. You want me? Come climb the tree. Okay. But it's also kind of saying like, let the mystery of how this divine protection figure this out as well. You're playing a part by doing your research, but then something lands, okay? We had the Ace of Swords under this deck here, so something lands. It's like truth lands. Aha! That's why I was doing it that way. Can I get a story card for money and career? Thank you. Explorer. Yeah, very ninth house energy of like, okay, well, we're making the philosophical profitable. Okay, to put it bluntly. We're navigating waters that haven't been navigated before, and that's that higher education energy, the explorer coming through again. It's like we're taking things to the nth degree. You ready? Again, travel could come into this though with the explorer. It's like maybe even a documentary on different parts of the world and the way they do certain things is showing people a new way to connect on a human level. Okay, life in general. Life in general. Okay, self-reliance. That's that 9 of Cups energy. It's an independent energy. If I want it, I'm going to do it. And that means I might have to say no to certain people. Sunshine girl, you feel the sun shining on you, and you've also got setting sail. So you've got the 8 of Wands and the Chariot, which talks about movement. So maybe setting sail is very specific for some of you. Maybe it's on a boat. But we're coming into a sunnier state of mind. Lovely. Can I get some overall cards for February for pile number 3 as we wrap this up before my camera overheats? Strength. Wow, strong Leo. Strength, strength, strength 3 times. Wow. You're definitely building a new foundation for yourself here. It's like that pillar, yeah, that belongs here. That's a structural beam. It stays. It's not going anywhere. Very independent energy too, I have to say. Like you're making, yeah, passion again. This couldn't be more clear. Look at all this red. Wow. Your vibe attracts your tribe. And they're going to help you to build because you've built, it's like make yourself, you know, you've co-created yourself with you in the universe and like self-made. Self-made. Energy. Can't make this shit up. Rest. Okay, so making sure you are taking enough rest to have the energy that you need to see all this stuff through. And frustration. This is, the energy is born. The energy is born. It's mulled, right? It's mulled from a place of frustration of trying to, or having people try to fit you into square pegs and round holes and stuff like that. And you're just like, no, why does it have to be like that? Question everything. I love it. Beautiful energy, pile number 3. Let me know how this resonates in the comments below, even if you want to come back at the end of the month and give me an update. I love hearing all of your stories. And please take really good care of yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in the magic of what you're creating here. Have fun with it. This is the overall energy of play, okay? If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, the link is in the description box below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.